Hello, my name's Tracy Cotterell and I'm part of the team at the London Institute for Contemporary Christianity, LICC, where we're concerned with one overriding question: how can we help Christians make a difference where they are? So why is that important to us? Well, if you think about it in this way, most adult Christians will be awake for about 120 hours in an ordinary week. Maybe for 10 hours of that time, they'll be part of their gathered church activities on a Sunday morning or a Wednesday evening or in a committee meeting. But for the rest of the week, the rest of their waking hours, the 110 hours of their week, where are they going to be? Well, they're going to be at home, they're going to be potentially in their workplaces, they're going to be in their neighbourhoods. In other words, they're going to be in those places where their lives cross paths with the lives of those who don't yet know Jesus. And that really matters. And the sad thing is that many Christians don't realise the significance of where they are, where God has called them to be agents of transformation, to be carriers of the gospel of Jesus Christ. A little while back I met a man called Albert, and Albert drives buses. And if you met Albert, you just know he's one of life's great diplomats. If you're going to be running for a bus, you want to be running for Albert's bus because he'll wait for you at the stop. If you happen to have lost your patience for that one little moment, Albert will exercise patience with you. When I met Albert, he was about to return to work after a short strike in his depot. And Albert said to me, "Do you know, I know what my job is tomorrow. My job is to be a peacemaker." There were 5 drivers in my depot that didn't strike, and I know that potentially they're going to be subjected to harassment and isolation. My job is to build bridges and to enable people to come together in a way that they might not do ordinarily. You see, Albert has a vision for where he is. He has a vision for who he is as a disciple of Christ in his place of work, where he spends most of his time in an ordinary week in his crossing place. Albert knows that he can intentionally deploy the gifting that God has given him to see his context, perhaps in some way through the eyes of Christ, and to seek intentionally to make a difference where he is. Albert is a missionary disciple of Jesus. Now, there are actually lots of stories of people like Albert, people who understand that where they are is really significant to God, and God can and will use them to make a difference, to bring hope where hope is not, to put love where love is not. And that's what we're all called to be followers of Jesus in those crossing places in all our lives, wherever we are and whatever we do. And encouraging one another to be that kind of missionary disciple who's intentionally looking for where God has called them to be and seeking to discern what he might be asking them to do. That's something about what it means to encourage one another to be missionary disciples.